We have new details about a breaking story we've been tracking all day. We now know that a 32-year-old Las Vegas man was killed in an avalanche on Mount Charleston while backcountry skiing with friends. It happened around 12:20 yesterday afternoon on the Mummy Springs Trail. Fox 5's Danny Maston joins us from Kyle Canyon with what else we've learned about the avalanche.
Metro Police and other officials wrapped a press conference here at the fire station in Kyle Canyon. The incident happened Monday morning. Police say Zoo was out skiing with his 4 other friends when Zoo was carried down 500 feet by the avalanche. Zoo's friends were able to locate him by his locator beacon and performed CPR for 30 minutes before Zoo passed. Metro's search and rescue team responded, and they, along with Zoo's friends, took him down the mountain, which took a total of 3 hours. Officials tell me the area where the 5 skiers were located was not closed. I asked if there was anything that could have been done to help mitigate an avalanche in this area in the first place.
Avalanche mitigation is only done in very specific areas and very specific circumstances across the country. We do not do avalanche mitigation on just basic national forest lands in which this incident occurred. All across the West, unfortunately, there's a lot of avalanche terrain, and there's only so much monitoring that can take place.
Officials say representatives from the Avalanche Center are coming down to conduct an investigation to learn more about conditions in the slopes to prevent future incidents. And as more storms are expected to arrive in this area this weekend, officials are urging you to check the conditions before heading out to the mountains. Reporting from Kyle Canyon, I'm Danny Maston, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.